All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations. Hopefully, they got there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. All right, and what I want to get into this morning, as I was reading in this book, okay, about Bible customs, which let me get a picture of the front of the book. All right, the manners and customs, all right, of the Bible, James M. Freeman, okay, which is a pretty good book, going into ancient customs, and it really sheds light, on a lot of, the lingo, all right, that we hear in the Bible, a lot of the customs, a lot of the analogies and similitudes and the way that they speak, in the scriptures, a better way to get understanding is to understand the customs, of the Bible, the customs of the East, and their culture, it makes us better understand the Bible. Now, I want to deal with, the millstones, which we, of course, GMS, Great Millstone, and that's a biblical name, it's a biblical, all right, and it was given in the spirit, the apostles going through that story, it's a name that they didn't give themselves, but pretty much the spirit, ordained it, from listeners. But when you go into the custom of the millstone, is interesting, and it sheds light, on precepts that we bring out. So I want to go into it, get to the point. All right, so this is page 375 in the book. All right, and it's dealing with, the mill. Now I want to jump down to this part. It says the work of grinding mill is usually performed, all right, by the woman. All right, and it says, and is very laborious. Sometimes one works alone, but usually two works together. Okay, sitting on the ground with the millstones between them, and both taking, all right, hold of the handle and moving it entirely around to and from them. It says the usual time for grinding is at early dawn or at the evening, in preparation for the following day. Okay, the stones, as they crush the grain, send forth a grating sound, which, though not very musical, is melodious, all right, melodious enough to a hungry traveler. It says, in addition to this, the women often sing while grinding. The women who were, it said, the women who grind were among the families of wealth, either slaves or the lowest servants. Okay, and I want to turn to the next page. All right, so that grinding mill was a work of a slave or a low servant. All right, so you have this picture of two women, sitting on the ground grinding mill, and they was either slaves or low servants of a rich or wealthy family. Okay, now to read on, it says, be readily understood by what is said above of the position of, all right, the servants when grinding. The prophet Isaiah represents the virgin daughter of Babylon as compelled to sit on the ground like a servant to grind meal. You see that? So I have it pulled up. Isaiah 47. All right. And this goes into, I'm going to read it and leave the picture up. All right. So Isaiah 47:1, it says, come down and sit in the dust. Okay. So you will have to sit in the dust. You have to be on the ground to do this act, which is to grind meal. And this is symbolic of America's going to be greatly demoted in the earth, and it's going to be turned to dust, man. O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, because this wasn't the work, all right, of royalty, of people of nobility. This wasn't the work, all right, of people that was highborn. All right, these were the work of, like I say, servants or low slave, slaves or low servants. Okay, and America has been on the high horse, man. America is why America is likened to what, man? It says she was decked with scarlet and colored purple. The woman that rode the beast. Okay, symbolic of her status. America has enjoyed royal status in the earth. Okay, but now this place is finna be reduced, all right, and ultimately destroyed. You see? So the Bible, it's good to understand these things, man. All right. Now it says, verse 2 says, take the millstones and grind meal. Okay? Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers. Yeah, so you read this in the NLT, it says, take heavy millstones and grind flour. Remove your veil and strip off your robe. Expose yourself to public view. So here it is, the Lord has the prophets, and a lot of men under that banner of great millstone are exposing this devil, man. You see? This is a very spiritual book, but it uses a lot of practical, all right, similitudes and analogies, man. Okay? The downfall of America, is likened to a slave girl grinding meal. Okay? So America's finna be reduced, all right, and destroyed, man. It's finna be greatly demoted from their royal status to destroyed. Okay? Now, I got a video, all right, of actual millstone, all right. So yeah, that was the process of grinding meal, and this word is grinding, all right, something solid into powder. Esau's kingdom is built on the foundation of deception and lies. But see, this word is grinding this kingdom into powder. Okay? And it's going to lead to America being reduced, all right, and eventually destroyed. Now, you heard the sound of that mill, and this is why I thought that was interesting when you hear, all right, this is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, okay, and the keepers of the house, all right, in the time represent what? The economists, okay, because the economy is finna tank, okay, and then America's finna lose their royal status in the earth, man. Okay, it says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, which are the rich men, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out in the windows be darkened. Yeah, so the grinding, all right, of that mill is going to cease. You heard that grinding noise, when you were grinding mill, all right, it made a particular noise. And like like I said in the book, if you was a hungry traveler and you heard that mill grinding, okay, it's food, All right. But yeah, that's finna cease, man. All right, work is finna cease. All these things is finna cease in America. All right, is gonna go through harsh times, man. People that have lived these delicate lives, all right, that live deliciously, okay, are now gonna have to come sit in the ground, man, suffer that great demotion in the earth, all right, before it's turned into dust, okay. So I just thought that'd be interesting, what I was been reading, through this book this morning. Lord will is edifying. Till next time I say shalom. Kwame Yasha Allah, Baba, Baba, DTA soon. Shalom.